Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sky and Celestia Adventures. Celestia here again, and today we'll be talking about episode 24, the finale of Hanyou no Yashahime. This is not a spoiler-free discussion, so if you haven't watched it yet, I suggest you turn back now, or else you'll get some spoilers ahead. So if you're ready, let's go. Just to give you guys a recap, Zero was killed off by Setsuna on episode 23, but was revived by Sesshomaru using the Tenseiga. However, Zero got pissed off and broke the Tenseiga in half. She was so ready to kill the girls, even willing to use the pearls, which as we know she doesn't want to use initially. Make up your mind, lady. Her squabble with the Inu Fambam was cut short when her younger brother appeared on the scene with his flamboyant entrance. We can actually see Kirinmaru here apologizing to Sesshomaru on behalf of Zero due to the broken Tenseiga. And can we just talk about how Kirinmaru, the younger brother, just told his big sis to shut up? Gosh, I love this. Also, Kirinmaru mentioned about how Sesshomaru did not chase Akuru's pinwheel, and he states, "Out of respect for that, won't you sheath your sword?" I think Akuru's pinwheel can save Rin. It's like Kirinmaru was saying, dude, you don't have the ace card to save your babe, so can't we just calm down here? I will not talk about Akuru's pinwheel in detail here, but I will definitely talk about this in my upcoming theory videos. Moving forward, Rin and Sesshomaru's relationship is built on trust and deep mutual understanding. Check out Inuyasha Drama CD Asade for reference on this. I think Rin cries not just for her children, but I think she also cries for Sesshomaru, because Sesshomaru cannot act freely as she's being used as a bargaining chip to manipulate him. Just as Kirinmaru said, Zero uses Rin as her shield. Why? Maybe because Sesshomaru wanted to kill Zero for wanting to harm his daughters. Well, who wouldn't? Even if Sesshomaru seems to act tough, I think he is silently suffering. After all, his wife and daughters got involved with the whole fiasco with the salty Lady Zero, and Sesshomaru knows that Rin, whom we know as someone so kind and compassionate, would hate for others to suffer because of her. Being a good husband as he is, he hates to see her sad anymore. Happy wife equals happy life after all, right? His love for Rin isn't selfish. He's willing to let her go if that's the only thing that will keep their daughter safe, because he knows Rin cherishes their daughters' lives more than hers, and that's what she would want, and he's willing to make that sacrifice of ending her life indirectly even if it pains him. Because it's been a decade and Rin is still in that tree. He can't do anything, really. For me, the first part of this episode sets the stage for season 2. It clearly shows that Kirinmaru is not the true villain. I think season 2 will be like the Inuyasha anime, the pattern of chasing the Raku and completing the Shikon jewel, but this time they will chase after Zero and look for the pearls. We don't know what happens or what is Zero's true powers before she made a wish on that Shikon jewel, but I have a guess. Remember when Trikyo did say Kirinmaru wanted to plunge the world to nothingness? Nothingness is equals to zero, so might be about messing time and reducing the world to a world for pure yokais. After all, Zero is against human-demon relationships in half-breeds and would probably want a world with perfect pure demon breeds. Also, can we just stop and talk about how Towa felt sad because she was not able to spend more time with Riku? Riku and Towa ship? Anyone on board? Okay, back to the scene as we saw Sesshomaru chases after Zero, and if you'll take note of a few scenes back, he told Kirinmaru that Zero will only be more pitiful, and Kirinmaru replied to that saying, "I know." However, So it's like, yes, dude, I know my sister went cray-cray after getting rejected by your hot dad, but she's still my sister. It seems like Zero has been miserable since Toga's death, but being siblings, he is tolerating her actions until this point. I am definitely positive Zero will die in the next season. That will be her freedom, and that is the only way to be with Toga anyway. Or she could be saved by the sword Totosai mentioned, the Yukari no Takichiri. Okay guys, I don't speak Japanese, so I googled Yukari and it means to save. Tachikiri means to cut. I think this sword will play an important role, perhaps in saving Rin, by cutting the link between her and Zero's hold on her, plus saving Zero's soul, which has been corrupted when she made a wish on the Shikon Jewel, so that she will perhaps pass on without hatred and bitterness in her heart. Moving along, Kirinmaru battles the girls when Sesshomaru mentions the right of courage and cowardice. Kirinmaru did say if you are Sesshomaru's daughters, then your true worth comes from survival. To me, it implies that he must have done the same with Sesshomaru when he went through the same rite. Kirinmaru also mentioned if you hadn't depended on the pearls, your inherent powers would have manifested properly. So it seems like the pearls work like a limiter for their powers. Also, we see Setsuna's blood blade manifesting on her Naginata, which is somehow similar to Sesshomaru's light whip. The green whip-like strand he generates from his fingertips, we saw him use that multiple times in the Inuyasha series. Also, it somehow reminded me of Inuyasha's Red Desaiga, which can break through barriers, similar to how Setsuna was able to break Kirinmaru's defense. Okay, we got a Samurai X-like moment here. The twins marked an X-shaped scar on Kirinmaru's cheek, like how Kenshin got his X scar from his first wife and his first wife's fiancé. During the fight, Kirinmaru accidentally killed Setsuna. I got teary-eyed on this part as Towa's voice in the background narrates the incident which caused them to get separated when they were kids, and how the dream butterflies seemed to kiss her forehead kinda made me feel it was Rin, and she kissed her daughter goodnight and made me think, finally, Setsuna gets to sleep. After this dramatic scene, we see both Towa and Moroha as they went haywire. Moroha with her most controlled Beniyasha form and doesn't only last for a minute, mind you, but it lasted the whole fight. While Towa, oh my god, can we talk about how Towa took after her dad's features when she goes demon form? Moonmark on the forehead, long silver hair, markings on her face, and don't get me started about the Soryuha. Towa created a twin-headed version, perhaps as a tribute to her twin sister. And Kirinmaru was like telling her how Sesshomaru created the Soryuha ability and how Towa should call it her own twin azure dragon wave. Then Beniyasha made an attack which looks like her hot granddaddy. Remind me again how Miyoga said Moroha's blood tastes closest to Toga. The flea's taste buds do not lie, friends. After the intense fight, though, the girls lost, but Kirinmaru acknowledged their strength and spirit. He also paid respects to Setsuna's corpse. Towa tearfully went to her twin sister and cried silently, contemplating how weak she was for not being able to protect the one she wanted to protect the most. Then, Sesshomaru appeared in front of her and handed her Tenseiga. Okay, this scene was an oh my god moment for me, because I thought there might be something happening here, like how Mokomoko was glowing, how Sesshomaru just came out of nowhere, like what did he tell Towa, making her look so surprised? Why did the rain stop? My conclusion is that the rain stopping is just a dramatic effect, and Sesshomaru appearing and disappearing is what he's good at, isn't he? Remember how he just suddenly appeared when Zero died in episode 23? Like he just teleported there from Rin's tree? I just thought it to be similar. As for what he said, which is muted, I think he might have said, "You passed the test?" Or, yeah, the Tenseiga is yours? Then we now heard him, will you try using this, Towa? As for the significance of the title of this episode, Sesshomaru's daughter. Oh, by the way, I saw on Twitter that the correct translation is being Sesshomaru's daughter. There are two meanings I can think of. First, being Sesshomaru's daughter means you can never know what your dad is thinking, but you must trust him fully, like how Rin trusts him without question. In Asate Drama City, Sesshomaru had said these lines to Rin. Even if we are far apart, if you call my name, I will absolutely come flying to you. If you cannot speak, you can whistle. Whistle through your fingers if you like. Distance is no object. Our hearts are tied together. With the power of trust, there's nothing to fear. It would make sense to me that Sesshomaru's heart is tied to his daughters as well. So when Towa cried silently, he felt her despair and came back ASAP. He knows they needed him, and since Towa has the capability to create a blade out of a broken sword, Sesshomaru handed the broken Tenseiga to her so she can save Setsuna. Another meaning I can think of is when Towa said the lines, "The world is full of the weak, but the truly weak are the ones who couldn't protect what they wanted to protect the most." Sesshomaru is a Daiokai, a great dog demon. He is powerful and can defeat his enemies easily. However, no matter how strong he is, he was not able to protect Rin, the one he wanted to protect the most. Same as how Towa, even if she is strong, she was not able to defeat Kurinmaru. She was not able to save Setsuna, her twin sister, and the one she wanted to protect the most. It's like both father and daughter are in the exact same situation. And just so you know, I'm just glad that they announced that we're getting a second season for the series. I'm not sure when it will be, but I hope we get it this year because there's just too many unanswered questions and I need my answers. Alright everyone, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to Sorryuha that subscribe button. See you!